Think for a moment about how often people in today's modern society travel. It does not matter the distance, it can either be a far or short lengths away. People travel all the time. In today's society, it's very simple. We have many ways of transportation, whether that's cars, bikes, planes, or trains. Now, ponder on this thought. Think about the distance you take every single day, either to church, to work, or to school. And now think about without transportation. I want you to think about doing this by either walking or by riding a bike. That is what people back in the 1800s and prior had to do every single day. However, that all changed with the magnificent invention of the motorcycle. Back in the 19th century, people walked and biked everywhere. However, the bicycle was invented in 1817, meaning that it was fairly new and that not a lot of people actually used it because no one could actually trust it very much and no one could really afford it. No matter if the person walked or biked, that person was still doing some sort of exercise that enhanced their body, or even an animal had to do it either. That is why a man named Gottlieb Daimler wanted a way for everyone to travel without using any sorts of exercise. He did not just want people to be able to move around from cities and towns, but he also wanted the animals to be able to relax and move around too. That is why he created an invention that could power on its own. He was rather qualified by doing this since he was already a German engineer and he had owned his own company called Daimler Motoren Gesellschaft. Daimler later on in his life also created the first ever four-wheel automobile. And before that, he also had created the four-stroke engine that could power itself, which we'll come across later. Daimler's first step in the progress of creating the motorcycle was inventing the four-stroke engine. This engine was able to power itself without the help of an animal or person besides the initial startup of the ignition. Daimler then took the same basic ideas of the bicycle that was invented in 1817 and applied it to be motorized. He took the idea of the shape, the handlebars, and especially the two wheels as well as the brake. He then applied the engine into the center of the bike, making it able to power on its own. Over time, the motorcycle had advanced. Different engines have been made in even different shapes and frames for motorcycles have as well. In today's society, the motorcycle is a very common way of transportation. However, this invention also has some negative effects as well. The motorcycle is 29 times more likely to cause a death in a traffic accident than it is to be in a four-wheel automobile. It is also one of the highest death rates every single year. In 2019, there were 4,985 deaths caused by a person being on a motorcycle. Daimler had changed the future of transportation. People today are able to get from place to place because of him and his invention of the motorcycle. Without the motorcycle, Daimler would never have even thought of the idea of creating a four-wheel automobile. Without him, we would not be where we are in today's society. Without cars, our lives would be a lot harder. And without motorcycles, life would be harder. Thank you.